Hey everyone, Jeremy Miloszewicz here. I created this video so you could see what it's like for a non-improviser to get comfortable improvising. When I was in college, I was always busy working on fundamentals, etudes, the Harmon's book, and even stuff from the Patterns for Jazz book by Jerry Coker, including playing tunes. But improv never really came easy for me. But then I finally started studying with Garry Dial, and it just blew my mind. Gary's approach is graduated, methodical, and even though I'm probably his worst student, love you, Garry, but leave a comment below. It's true. He'll leave a comment to let you know. You're still going to be successful if you're Gary's worst student, and just so long as you're assimilating the information and implementing it into your practicing and your soloing. And if it weren't for Garry, I know I still wouldn't really be comfortable soloing. So I'm going to share just a couple of sections from the song White Xmas, where James Morgan, the producer, asked me to play, and he asked me to play at the very beginning, he asked me to play in the middle, and then he asked me to play at the end. Now, there were no chords written out, no lead sheet, no nothing. He just gave me an MP3 and trusted me to play along with the existing music. And what a novel concept, just playing along with what you hear. But it's a little tricky in a recording because you do have to kind of be aware of where the rhythmic accents are and not step on them. So in this recording, Ben Bartels is the vocalist, and he has a really nice, lush voice. And it was fun to do this project. And if you like anything you hear, find Ben on Facebook and ask him to buy the song from him if you want to. He's easy to find, and just reach out to him. And for $2 or whatever, I mean, it's nice to hear him sing. So here's a quick analysis of what you're about to hear. I'm going to share with you the blank canvas that I received, and then what I ended up creating over it for each of those three sections. So the opening starts off with a sus chord. It's in B-flat trumpet pitch. It's F sharp 7 sus, and I outline the sus chord and then resolve it to F sharp, and then that resolves to the 1 chord, quickly followed by a passing diminished chord, then where I play up the scale, and then descend down an F sharp dominant 7th bebop scale. And those passing diminished chords are kind of fun. I mean, a lot of people don't know what to do when when you get to them. They might even be afraid of them. But when you know what to do, it's a lot of fun. And whether that's playing a tension shape or a scale, you can really bring out a nice transition to the next chord. Now, in the middle section, it's kind of interesting because the piano has the melody at certain points, and at other points it doesn't. And it starts off with no melody. So I immediately figure I'll play the melody, and then when I hear the piano come in on the melody below me, I get away from the melody and I go into this fun little rhythmic hemiola idea just to give a little variety, and then back in and out of the melody so as to not step on the piano part. And then finally, in the last section, it's just really a typical flat 6 chord to a flat 7 chord back to the 1 chord. And I'm just outlining each of those chords. But at the very end, it was tricky to figure out what to do because Ben has this nice little vocal line, and it took me probably 3 takes to figure out what to do so that I wasn't overplaying. I finally decided on just harmonizing with him on this little descending line, and I think it turned out a lot nicer than noodling around too much. So here it is, from blank canvas to then what I came up with. Take a listen. Thanks.
I'm dreaming. I'm be what Christmases be white. Christmases be white.
So there you go. I mean, thanks to Garry Dial, I was able to get through that and not feel too bad about it, and I think it turned out nicely. And if you ever have the chance to take a lesson with Garry Dial, I know he does these correspondence lessons or maybe online lessons, but find him. I mean, he is a master teacher, absolute master teacher, and a great guy, and you're going to have a lot of fun. You'll end up learning way more than you ever thought you would ever know. So I cannot recommend Garry highly enough. So now go ahead, leave a comment below, and let me know if you're more of a jazzer or a non-jazzer, or what's worked for you. For me, it's been studying with Garry Dial, honestly, and so check him out. Also, go to the link shows.jeremymilos.com and subscribe to my email list and get more details on any and all of this. And I have a lot of other videos I'll be coming out with as well. So thanks so much for watching.
Christmases be